Have you ever asked yourself why life sometimes feels like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, unsure of which direction to take? Do you dare face the truth that so few are brave enough to hear? There's a secret lurking, hidden from most, and once you uncover it, everything in your life will change. But here's the question: are you brave enough to face it? Imagine a moment in your life where everything feels uncertain. You look around, and it seems like everyone else is moving forward, advancing, achieving, while you stand still, paralyzed by confusion. Nothing feels solid, and everything you once dreamed of seems too far out of reach. Have you ever felt like you were just going through the motions, wondering why your efforts never seem to matter? Have you ever asked yourself, why am I stuck here? Why does it seem like everyone around me is moving ahead while I can't seem to catch up? This feeling, this sense of being lost, is not unique to you. It's something we all go through at some point, a moment when the path ahead feels unclear and your dreams feel out of touch. It's in these moments that you begin questioning everything. And here's the reality: it's not about how you got to this place, but about how you choose to move forward from here. What if I told you that the key to changing everything in your life lies within your ability to change your mindset? What if the only thing stopping you from transforming your life is your fear of stepping out of your comfort zone? The only way out of that fog, that confusion, is to decide, right now, that you are no longer willing to stay stuck. The question becomes, if everything around you can change, why can't you? And here's where it gets interesting. The answer is simple: you have the power to change. Welcome to Success Lesson, the place where we don't just share stories, we share transformative lessons that will help you unlock the life you deserve. Today, I want to start with a question that many people are afraid to answer, but it's essential for your growth. Have you ever felt like your life is meaningless? And if so, what have you done to change it? It's a powerful question, and it's one that many people avoid. But here's the thing: change doesn't come from ignoring the tough questions. It comes from facing them head on. Every time we feel lost or uncertain, it's an invitation to change, to grow, to evolve. If you're feeling lost, that's a signal. It means there's something new for you to discover about yourself, about the world around you, and about the way you approach your life. But the real question is, what are you going to do about it? You see, life doesn't owe us clarity. It doesn't owe us a straight path. But the most powerful people are not those who were born with certainty or privilege. They are the ones who learned to take action even when the path was unclear. They learned that the greatest lesson in life is not about having all the answers. It's about the courage to ask the questions and take the first step without knowing where it might lead. The turning point in your life is waiting for you to make a decision. Will you stay in the comfort of your confusion, letting life pass you by? Or will you rise up, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace the uncertainty, knowing that it's the only way to move forward? The choice is yours. But know this: the real change happens when you decide to take action, when you choose to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating the life you want right now. If you're feeling uncertain about where to go or what to do, let me share something with you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know exactly how you're going to get there, but you do need to start. And here's the best part: every small step you take today will build the foundation for tomorrow. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. It's the step that signals to the universe that you're ready to change, that you're ready to become the person you were meant to be. If you're still here listening, it means you're ready for change. You're ready to take that first step. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to Success Lesson so you can continue to join us on this incredible journey. By subscribing, you're not just supporting the channel. You're committing to your own growth, your own transformation. We're here to provide the guidance, the wisdom, and the inspiration you need to break through those barriers and create the life you've always wanted. So, don't wait. Hit that subscribe button and let's walk this path together. And before you go, I have a small but thought-provoking question for you. I want you to take a moment to think about it. What do you believe is more important in achieving success? A. Consistent effort and perseverance every day. B. Finding luck and opportunities from outside sources. Leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. Your answers will help create a conversation that's vital to everyone's journey toward success. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. I look forward to reading your thoughts and seeing your commitment to taking that next step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for being here, and don't forget to subscribe to Success Lesson. Let's make this journey unforgettable. There's a feeling we all encounter at some point, the unsettling sensation of standing still, lost in a fog of uncertainty, unsure of which way to go. You know that moment when everything around you feels unclear? When you try to make sense of it all, but nothing seems to fit? It's as if you're walking through life in a haze, unable to find solid ground. And in these moments, it's easy to start questioning everything: your choices, your path, even your very purpose. You've been there, haven't you? The overwhelming sense that you're not where you thought you'd be, that the dreams you once had now feel distant, like they've been left behind in the rearview mirror. The feeling of moving but not going anywhere. The doubt creeps in, whispering that maybe, just maybe, you're not cut out for something bigger. The worst part? The longer you stay in that state, the more it feels like a trap you can't escape from. The truth is, you're not lost. You're simply in the middle of a process, a transition. And though it feels uncomfortable now, this is the very moment you must embrace, because change is coming. But here's where it gets tricky. This feeling of uncertainty, this fog, it isn't something that just magically disappears. It won't clear up just because you wish it would. The truth is, there's no easy fix to this. The more you try to run from the confusion, the more it clings to you, because what you're really running from is the change that's about to happen. The most important lesson here is that feeling uncertain, feeling lost, is a sign that you are on the verge of something transformative. It's a sign that you are being called to step out of your comfort zone, to face the unknown, and allow yourself to evolve. When you find yourself in the midst of confusion, you might start to wonder if you're the only one. You look at others around you. They seem to have it all figured out. They're making progress, achieving things you wish you could. And in those moments, the doubt becomes even stronger. Why can't I figure this out? Why can't I move forward like they are? But here's something crucial that you need to understand. No one has it all figured out. Everyone, at some point, has felt just as lost as you do right now. They just chose to keep moving forward, despite not knowing exactly where they were headed. That's the key. It's about moving forward, even when the path is unclear. You don't need to have it all mapped out. Life isn't a straight road. It's a winding path full of surprises, detours, and unexpected turns. But the only way you will ever know where that path leads is if you take the first step, even if you can't see the finish line. The more you allow fear and doubt to hold you back, the longer you'll stay in that fog. You need to let go of the need for certainty. Let go of the illusion that everything must be in place before you take action. The real change, the real growth, begins when you take that step into the unknown, when you trust that your willingness to move forward will bring clarity along the way. It's so easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the right moment, for the perfect conditions to fall into place. You wait for the world to give you permission, to show you the way. But the truth is, the right moment will never come. You have to create it. You have to decide right now that you're done waiting, done stalling, done letting the uncertainty keep you from moving forward. The moment you make that decision, when you choose to step into the unknown, to embrace the discomfort, that's when everything starts to shift. When you feel lost, it's not a punishment or a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a rite of passage. Everyone who has achieved something great has been there. They've stood at that same crossroad, unsure of the path, questioning whether they were capable of success. But the difference between those who find success and those who don't is this. The ones who succeed are the ones who don't give up in the face of uncertainty. They keep going, even when they can't see the way ahead. And so can you. Here's the most important thing to remember. You are not alone in feeling this way. This feeling of confusion, of being unsure, is universal. It's something every person who has ever succeeded has experienced. It's what pushes us to grow, to evolve, to become something more than we are right now. The people you admire, the ones who seem to have it all together, are simply those who have learned to embrace this uncertainty, to walk through it, and let it shape them. They didn't wait for everything to be clear before they acted. They acted first and let the clarity come with the action. When you find yourself in the midst of confusion, don't despair. Don't think for a second that you're stuck or that you'll never find your way. You are right where you need to be. The discomfort you feel is the beginning of your transformation. It's telling you that you are ready for the next level, the next step in your journey. You don't need to know everything today. You just need to trust that the next step will appear when you're ready for it. And it will. The most powerful thing you can do right now is to stop waiting for the fog to clear. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions because they don't exist. The best thing you can do for yourself is to start moving forward, no matter how unclear the road may seem. Each small step, even in uncertainty, brings you closer to the clarity you seek. So, embrace the uncertainty, embrace the discomfort, because it's only in that space that true growth happens. You're not stuck. You are in the process of finding your way. Don't let fear hold you back. Keep moving forward, and the answers will reveal themselves in time. It's in the darkest moments when you're pushed to the edge that the true strength within you begins to rise. We all face challenges, but it's the way we face them, how we handle the battles life throws our way, that truly defines us. Too often we see failure as the end, the point where we're supposed to give up, to quit, to accept that we aren't cut out for success. But failure isn't the end. It's a lesson. It's not a final judgment on your potential, but a signpost on the path that's guiding you towards something greater than you can even imagine right now. Every successful person, every person you admire for their resilience, has faced failure. They've stumbled, they've fallen, they've felt defeated. But the difference between those who rise above it and those who stay down is simple. They choose to keep going. They choose to stand up when everything in them wants to stay on the ground. They choose to learn from their mistakes, to see every setback as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. And that's what you must do too. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. In fact, the true measure of success isn't how smoothly your journey goes or how many wins you accumulate. It's how well you handle the failures, the mistakes, the moments of doubt. These are the moments that shape you. These are the moments that, when you look back, will define who you became, not just who you were. It's easy to let failure define you, especially when things don't go according to plan. You start to think that maybe you're just not good enough, that maybe success is for others, not for you. But let me tell you this, failure doesn't make you a failure. It makes you a learner, a grower, a person who understands that no great achievement comes without struggle. You cannot grow without adversity. You cannot reach your fullest potential without first being tested, without enduring challenges that stretch you beyond what you thought you were capable of. So the next time you fall short, the next time you face a setback, don't let it destroy your spirit. Don't let it be the reason you stop trying. Instead, let it be the catalyst that propels you forward. See failure for what it is, not the end of the road, but the beginning of a new chapter. Failure is the space where you learn your true strength, where you discover what you're made of. It's in those moments when you feel like giving up that you must push yourself harder, because that's where your breakthrough is waiting. The key is to keep going, no matter how tough it gets. Life will never be without obstacles. The road will never be perfectly smooth, and there will always be moments where you question everything, where you feel like giving up. But remember this, nothing worth achieving comes easily. It requires perseverance, it requires grit, and above all, it requires resilience. It's about getting up again and again, even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. It's about learning from each fall and using that knowledge to rise even stronger. It's also about trusting the process, trusting that even though you may not see immediate results, the work you're putting in will pay off. The road might be long, the challenges might be great, but each step you take is progress. Even when you can't see the end of the tunnel, trust that every small step forward is a step closer to the life you want. When you take those steps, even through the fear and uncertainty, you are building something far greater than success. You're building character, you're building resilience, and you're building the person you're meant to be. Think of every failure as an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. The roadblocks aren't there to stop you, they're there to show you the strength you didn't know you had. It's in facing adversity that we become the best versions of ourselves. Success isn't handed to anyone on a silver platter. It's earned through hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to keep going, no matter how many times you stumble. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who don't isn't a lack of failure. It's the refusal to give up. It's the resilience to keep moving forward even when things don't go your way. It's the courage to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. And that's the mindset you need to develop if you want to succeed. A mindset that views failure as a lesson, not a defeat. As you move forward in life, keep this in mind. You're going to face difficult times. You're going to experience setbacks, but those times don't define you. How you respond, how you rise from those moments, that's what defines your future. Every great achievement in history was born from overcoming obstacles. And if you have the courage to persevere, to learn from your failures, and to keep pushing forward, you too will achieve greatness. The real power lies in your ability to face failure with courage and to bounce back stronger than before. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up and keep going. Remember, each failure brings you one step closer to success. And as long as you keep going, you'll find your way to the life you've always dreamed of. So, embrace your failures, learn from them, and keep moving forward. The world is waiting for you to rise. There is a common misconception that success is something immediate, something that happens to the lucky few who are in the right place at the right time. People often look at successful individuals and assume that their journey was a smooth and easy one, that they had it all figured out from the start. But if you look closely at anyone who has achieved greatness, you'll realize the truth. Success is not about avoiding the struggle. It's about embracing the struggle, learning from it, and growing stronger with each challenge you face. Think of the greatest achievements throughout history in all fields: sports, business, art, science. The people who reached the top didn't get there because they had an easier road. They got there because they endured hardships that tested their limits, because they learned how to rise after every fall. The key to success isn't about a one-time victory, but the resilience to keep fighting, to keep trying, even when the odds are stacked against you. You see, success is often portrayed as a final destination, something to be celebrated at the end of a journey. But in reality, success is a continuous process, one that unfolds in moments of perseverance, failure, and ultimately growth. Success is the ability to keep moving forward, even when you don't know what's ahead. It's about accepting that the path won't always be clear, but continuing to walk it anyway. When you look at someone who has accomplished something great, you might see them standing at the peak, basking in the glory of their achievements. But what you don't see is all the work, the sacrifices, the heartache, and the countless failures that were necessary for them to get to that point. The reality is that every person who has succeeded in anything worthwhile has faced moments of doubt, moments when they felt like giving up. But they didn't. They found the strength to push through when it seemed impossible. That's what set them apart. Success doesn't come from being perfect. It doesn't come from never failing. In fact, failure is an essential part of the process. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never failed, but those who have learned to get back up time and time again. They don't let failure define them. Instead, they see it as a necessary part of their journey. They learn from it, adapt, and keep moving forward. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not a lack of failure, but the ability to persist in spite of it. Success is about overcoming obstacles, about refusing to be stopped by the setbacks you encounter. It's about maintaining your focus, your commitment, and your drive even when the road ahead is unclear, even when the end goal seems impossible to reach. But the most important thing you can learn from those who have achieved success is that the journey itself is just as important, if not more so, than the end result. The challenges you face along the way, the failures, the disappointments, the doubts, are the things that shape you into the person you need to be to achieve greatness. They are the tests that prepare you for what lies ahead, and without them, you wouldn't be ready for the success you seek. Success is not a destination, it's a mindset. It's a commitment to the process, a dedication to pushing forward, even when you don't have all the answers. It's about understanding that the path to success is often winding, with obstacles and detours that can feel discouraging. But each step, each challenge, each failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Those who understand this are the ones who continue to succeed. The truth is, the road to success is never going to be easy. It will always be filled with obstacles, moments of doubt, and setbacks. But what makes it worth it is the process of overcoming those obstacles. What makes it meaningful is the growth that happens in the face of adversity. Every time you get knocked down and choose to rise again, you are strengthening your resolve and sharpening your skills. With each challenge you face, you become more equipped to handle the next one, and the next, until you are finally standing at the peak, looking back on the journey that brought you there. Success, then, is not about avoiding failure, but about using it as a stepping stone to reach something greater. It's not about luck, but about determination, resilience, and the willingness to keep moving forward despite the odds. It's about choosing to rise, even when the weight of the world is pressing down on you. It's about understanding that every setback is not a sign that you should quit, but a lesson that will propel you further along your path. If you want to succeed, you need to learn to embrace the journey. Embrace the challenges, the failures, the moments of doubt. They are not obstacles to your success. They are the very things that will lead you to it. Without them, you would never learn the lessons that shape you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. Success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create by continuing to move forward, no matter what. The question is not whether you will fail, but how you will rise when you do. So as you continue on your path toward success, remember this: the road is never straight, and it's never easy. But if you keep going, if you keep learning, and if you keep pushing forward despite the setbacks, you will reach the success you seek. And when you do, you will realize that the journey, all the failures, the challenges, the struggles, was worth it. Because those are the moments that truly shape you, and those are the moments that make success so much more rewarding. The truth about success is that it doesn't just come from talent or hard work. It comes from the choices you make every single day, the decisions you take when life gets tough, and the perseverance you show when the odds are stacked against you. You might look at successful people around you and wonder how they got there, thinking they somehow had an easier path. But the truth is, their success was earned through consistent effort, through daily choices to continue when the world might have told them to quit. And so the question you must ask yourself is, are you willing to make the same choices? Success is not a destination. It is not the end result. Instead, it is a journey that is shaped by every action, every decision, every small step you take. The choice to keep going when the going gets tough is what defines success. It's not about having all the right answers or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about showing up each day, doing the work, and trusting that your effort will compound over time into something much bigger than what you can see in the moment. But here's where most people get stuck. They think that success is something that just happens. They wait for the right time, for everything to align perfectly, and when it doesn't, they quit. They give up. They stop trying, thinking that if things aren't perfect, then maybe success just isn't meant for them. But the truth is, there's no perfect time, no flawless conditions. Life is messy, it's unpredictable, it's full of obstacles and challenges. The real question is, what will you do when those challenges come your way? Will you stop, or will you find the strength to keep going, to fight for what you believe in, even when the outcome isn't certain? The reality is, your success, your personal success, is a result of the choices you make every single day. It's the decision to work hard, even when you feel like giving up. It's the commitment to get back up after you've fallen. It's about developing the resilience to weather the storms of life. And it's about trusting that, as long as you keep moving forward, things will eventually fall into place. But there's more to it than just making the right decisions. You have to believe in your own ability to succeed, even when others doubt you, even when you feel like you don't have what it takes. You have to trust that, even in the darkest moments, the light will eventually shine. You have to believe that no matter what setbacks you encounter, no matter how difficult the journey seems, the only thing that can stop you is your own decision to quit. And as long as you refuse to quit, as long as you keep pushing forward, success will come. And let's be clear, success isn't just about the material things. It's not about the money, the fame, or the recognition. True success is about something deeper. It's about growth. It's about overcoming the obstacles that life throws at you and using them to become a stronger, more resilient person. It's about becoming the person who can handle whatever life throws your way because you've already faced your fears, doubts, and failures and come out on the other side stronger. Every time you face a challenge, you have the opportunity to either give up or rise to the occasion. And when you choose to rise, to take that challenge head on, you develop the strength and resilience needed to face even bigger challenges in the future. Success is built not by avoiding the hard stuff, but by pushing through it and learning from it. Every failure, every setback is a lesson that makes you better, stronger, and more capable of achieving your goals. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about consistently showing up, even when it's hard, even when you don't see immediate results. Success is the result of small actions compounded over time. It's the outcome of consistently making the choice to do what needs to be done, even when it feels uncomfortable. It's about committing to your journey, trusting the process, and knowing that no matter how many setbacks you face, you are moving closer to where you want to be. So, the question remains, will you keep going? Will you continue to push forward, even when it seems like everything is against you? Will you keep taking those small steps day after day, knowing that each one is bringing you closer to your goals? The choice is yours. And the truth is, the only thing that can stop you from reaching success is your own decision to stop trying. Success is not about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about creating those opportunities by making the choice to act. It's about working when no one is watching, pushing through the hard times when no one believes in you, and trusting that your effort will eventually pay off. Success is not given, it is earned. One choice at a time, one step at a time. And when you make the choice to keep going, to keep fighting for what you believe in, you will inevitably find success. Success is not a destination, it is a journey. It's not about arriving at a perfect place, but about the continuous pursuit of growth and improvement. Every step, every failure, and every setback is a part of this journey, contributing to the person you are becoming. The key is not to avoid these challenges, but to embrace them, learn from them, and keep moving forward. When we look at the most successful people around us, it often seems like they've had it easier, like their path was smoother. But what we don't see is the behind-the-scenes struggle, the late nights, the sacrifices, and the countless times they wanted to quit. Success doesn't come without challenges, and the path to success is rarely linear. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to keep going, even when things get tough. It's about refusing to let failure define you, but instead, letting it refine you. In life, you will face moments when you feel lost, uncertain, or defeated. It's easy to think that these moments are signs of failure, but in reality, they are opportunities for growth. Every time you face a challenge, it's a chance to become stronger, more resilient, and more capable. Success is built through those small, consistent efforts. It's about showing up each day, even when you don't feel like it, and putting in the work. It's about committing to the process and trusting that each small step is getting you closer to your goal. The true lesson here is that you don't have to have all the answers or the perfect plan to succeed. What you need is the courage to start, the resilience to keep going, and the willingness to learn from every experience. Success is not about being perfect, it's about being persistent and refusing to give up when things don't go your way. Now, how can you apply this lesson to your life? Start by embracing the idea that setbacks are part of the process, not the end of the road. When you face a challenge, don't see it as a sign to quit. Instead, see it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to come out stronger. Remember, each small action you take today is building the future you desire. So don't wait for everything to be perfect. Take that first step, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. I invite you to join our Success Lesson community, where we share knowledge, experiences, and insights that can help you on your journey of self-improvement. If you found value in today's message, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support our efforts and stay updated on more inspiring content. Your support helps us create more videos that will motivate and guide you toward achieving your goals. Keep moving forward, and remember, success is just one step away.